And hello, my fellow nerds. This is Oracle Nerd here, and welcome back once again to Ducky. So last time we started off we started off this chapter yesterday, apparently the middle of the summer season, and we're in Ducky's POV now. So right now we kind of have to make a decision: either we tell a half truth to the guy, or we just make up a lie. I don't know. uh, I think I think a half truth is probably better in this situation because I half truth means you're technically still lying, just not as much, as far as I'm aware. So let's just, I mean, neither of these options seem really that great, so it's just better to pick the less evil of the two. I inherited it from my grandmother. She was a collector. Sorry, I'm kind of forgetting what voice I gave Ducky earlier. She traveled a lot. The last part wasn't true, but I couldn't say she picked these from humans who traveled and left their belongings. What was her name? I might know her. I doubt it. She was a very private woman. I she didn't have many friends and didn't work well with others. I ended up collecting in her stead when she passed. I see. Where do you usually collect? Oh no. Help! I inwardly cried. They're my partner. Came a familiar voice at the door. The shopkeeper looked at Garrett before I did. He stood at my side, and I tensed up a little. He may have saved me then, but I didn't want to speak to him just yet. They're part of the Dread God. These are items they've collected in their travels. My partner doesn't seem to think any of this is worth much. Now, I wouldn't say that. Maybe to an inexperienced eye. But look here, this arrowhead. A scholar friend of mine has been looking for one just like it. If if I'm right, this could very well be an arrowhead present at the site of the Schism War. Garrett's face filled with dumbfounded recognition. You're saying that this is an arrowhead of an angel? A Nephilim? Hmm. I thought back to what Chadwick had told us about fairies possibly descending from them. The same ones he's gone on record saying he didn't believe in. We're gonna figure that out, but from what I read, it looks just like it. And this thimble, pure silver. Now that not that watered down silver, it's steel they use for coins now, but pure, unfiltered silver. And that necklace your partner has, well, maybe they didn't mean to get it appraised, but if you did, it's worth a great deal, I guess. Don't tell me any of this stuff was stolen from a ruin or something. No, it was appropriately obtained. Roderick, boy, come here. A younger man, my son, I guess, came came out from the back of the shop. Get go down the street and bring Ambrose over here, so we can have these properly looked over. It'll be just a minute, you two. He left my things on the counter as Roderick left, and the shopkeeper retreated back to the back. As I found a moment to breathe, the exterminator stood behind the counter, catching eyes with me. Then, one moment, miss. I turned to stone, but then Garrett touched my hand, and some of the blood returned to my limbs. Can we help you? I thought it looked like it before, but you got what looks like to be pixie dust infestation. You don't remember me? I'm a dread guard. So is my partner here. I didn't realize. Hold on a minute. Let me tell you something. This work you're in, you're better than this. You're meant for greater things, greater catches than helpless little pixies. I tried my best not to make eye contact with him. Like, if I went silent, he would forget I was ever there. Why don't you try for the guard? They need men like you. You think so? The man didn't realize, but I did. Garrett hadn't given a single reason why they need the likes of him. I know so. The whole exterminating business is being taken over by them anyhow. You should get in before it's too late. Go tell him your old pal Gerald sent you. Do people always confuse him for I feel like Garrett is based off of Gerald from The Witcher 3. Like, I feel like that's where his outfit idea inspiration comes from. And you know, you should go now. Yes, there is no time like the present. He thought it over for a moment, but Garrett continued to pat his shoulder, and stupidly he nodded, tearing off some of his badges. You're right. What am I doing? I gotta go. That's the spirit. Start running and don't look back. That's our motto. Don't think, just feel. I won't forget this. Thank you, friend. Until we meet again, I'm on the open road. Garrett forced a smile. We both waited as the man took off. Even though he was running, he was still too slow for either of our liking. Ooh. We waited another moment, enjoying the silence and avoiding disaster. Duck. Is this the best time for this? I I noticed at least that the anger from my voice was gone now. Maybe not a whole discussion, but what about an apology? That's not necessary. You are right. There are too many things I still do not understand. I was being stubborn. Even so, I shouldn't have doubted you. It was unfair of me. I, I was in the wrong. I was just scared for you, and for myself. I felt tears threaten to spill. All my guard began to break down. And yet you still came for me. Of course I did. Even if you were mad at me, I didn't want to see you get hurt. Not even a little. I was just trying to look out for you. E- Even if it wasn't worth anything, you deserve to find out for yourself, and my only job was to be here to comfort you. I found myself in his arms the next moment, trying to keep from crying. He ran his hands ran through my hair and rubbed my back. No matter what happens, we'll figure it out, okay? As long as long as we don't give up on each other, it'll work out, right? I nodded into his chest, then pulled back, looking up at him. His words mended every little fracture of my heart. I won't give up on you. We heard shuffling and broke apart as Roderick, who I assumed was Ambrose, entered the shop. The shopkeeper returned from the back. Good timing. Now come over here and look at this. And they did. It took a little longer than I thought, as they discussed among themselves, passing the glass piece back and forth. I tried not to grow overtly impatient, as this was necessary. How much coin I can make from this could change so much. The nerves built inside me, and I found myself calling my grandmother. Grandmother, wherever you are, I hope this is okay. I hope I'm doing what I should. I don't want to I don't want to have made a mistake. You hear my thoughts, you know my heart. Eventually Garrett and I were backing over. Now you see, we can offer 100 golden suns for everything here. An additional 200 for that pendant if you have. That much? I wasn't all too familiar with human currency, but something told me that it was no small sum. My eyes sought Garrett, who confirmed it. That's more than enough for your place. We'll cover you for half a year at least, without the pendant, that is. But with you wouldn't have to work for another 3 years, I guess. I mulled it over. Just the belongings. I'd like to keep this. It was the last piece of my grandmother I had. It's a deal. Then we left. It felt like a massive weight had been alleviated. It was becoming more and more real now. You know, if it wasn't enough, I have some savings. I'd have given them to you. Garrett, hear me. I've li- I lived a long life. I've done some less than stellar things. There's a chance I'll never retire. Then all this gold will be for whatever Letcher finds it first. I have no family, few close friends. Let me do something with it. That's really thank you. You worked hard for that, and I'm grateful, but I am even more glad that you didn't spend it on me. The offer still stands if anything unexpected comes up. I'm glad you kept it. I wasn't sure what you were going to do. Violet squints her eyes, looking down at my chest and back to Needy, who never clues in. I chuckle. Would you have sold it if the inheritance wasn't enough? I mean, you didn't know if Garrett was going to help. I wouldn't have had a choice. We were too far into our journey to turn back. I couldn't have done that to Garrett. I don't think he'd blame you. Though I know you would have. He cares for you so much. As I do for him. I hated it when we fought, but I suppose such things can't be avoided. At least you won. I don't really think it's about winning. So, have you too? What a way to change the subject, Needy. I only asked since after fighting is making up, she says, waggling her eyebrows. Well, you're not completely wrong, but it wasn't that night, but one night many weeks later. That night, I recall it and I feel hot to the touch just thinking back. I can already see where this is going. Yeah, the music doesn't really lie about that. She isn't wrong. Maybe I shouldn't tell it. Are you kidding? No, tell us. I shrink back there at their outbursts. I didn't think they'd be that interested. The night closed from a few days of travel, first via carriage, then by foot. We were all sore, even Garrett. I mean, honestly, if you've been walking for that long, your feet will tend to be sore. Like I would know because I've actually gone hiking before when I was in when I was in the scouts. So like I would know what a sore feeling is. In all honesty, we wanted to make sure we were in Costa before we finally stopped this time for a couple nights to recover. I was already casting away his shirt. So as soon as we arrived, as he drank from his water skin, I wondered if he'd drink it all or pour it all over his face. He drank it, but I didn't miss how a good amount fell down his chin, neck, and chest. As I watched, I found myself growing ever so thirsty. Oh, oh God, I feel I don't know how to feel at this moment. He retrieved another to drink and stopped himself, calling me over. Drink, Petal. Petal? I didn't know exactly how it started, but he decided to call me that, and I felt myself drift when he did. I did as I was told, drinking it all. There should be a lake nearby. I was here a couple of years back. We can refill, but before that, I need to bathe and get some rest. I'm sure you do as well. I'll let you girls go first. I'll go later. A thought occurred to me. Could I join you? A smirk stretched across his handsome face. Well, that's bold of you. I thought of asking a few times before, but forget it. No, tell me. I didn't want you to feel pressured. No, look at him. Look at his little face. All I said is that we bathe together. I never said anything about. I said, grinning, giving me away. Yes, me either. I meant just seeing each other. And you need to finish your thoughts. I don't want to make you completely uncomfortable. Feel uncomfortable. You don't. It's the opposite, in fact. I want to be more comfortable. Now you're not finishing. Make me change my mind. He pinched his own lips shut. I rolled my eyes, laughing as I went to tell the girls to bathe. No wonder you were being so weird. She was? Yes, remember what she was like, oh, I bathe better when the moons are out. Admittedly, not my best excuse. I thought moonlight was good for your skin. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's no proof that it isn't, but there isn't any proof that it is, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Who told you that? That was also me. The two shake their heads disapprovingly. The lengths you two could go for a man. Hush, it wasn't for him. I have needs too. Instead of disagreeing, Violet nods understandingly. The day drew to a close, and the girls were long bathed and getting ready for bed. It's 2 full moons tonight. Wait, this universe has 2 moons? Why would you need 2 moons? 1 moon is enough. That's actually kind of funny. She told me in passing, and I thanked her. Garrett gave me a questioning look as he approached. I'll explain later. Should we go? Yes, but let me go first. You follow in a couple of minutes. Just don't go too far in by yourself. I won't. I'll wait for you. I stood in the woods as it grew darker, shuffling my feet nervously, my heart caught up in a moment. I couldn't decipher if I was more thrilled or afraid. A rustling of the leaves later, and Garrett stood before me. I hope I didn't keep you waiting too long. A second later, and an owl would have swept me away. Does that happen to fairies? Yes, actually, it's quite a problem back home, but it's why we travel with sewing needles now. I'll make sure nothing sweeps you away besides me, that is. You're growing predictable, you know. Then in a flash, he stood before me, pushing me back into the tree, hovering over me for a moment before stealing my breath away with a kiss. It was quick as he pressed away from me, checking himself. Maybe I realized he was far too sticky from sweat to carry on the moment. Even though it was short, it left me buzzing. Predict that? I grabbed his hand, leading him to the lake. I'd never been to this place before, but I could sense the water in the area. Eventually, we made it to an entire lake that stretched quite far. You could barely see where it ended in the distance. And as Needy said, two bright white moons. You could see their reflection in the water surface. As beautiful as it was, I found it hard to enjoy it as I realized that it was just us with all this to ourselves. Garrett's hands were paused at his waistband, asking me a silent question with his eyes. I shut my eyes, fist clenched, breathing for a moment. We don't have to. I want to. I heard his footsteps approach, pausing, then his weight pressed into me from behind, arms tied around my waist. There he held me for a moment, breathing me in through my neck. I felt myself relaxing against him a little. I want you to. Always have. I swayed in his grasp, working up the courage to respond, to act. Something. Hug him, tell him what I'm thinking. I mean, I'd say tell him what you're thinking, girl. Like, if you don't say it now, then you never will. I want you. Is there something you don't want to say? I spun to face him, holding on to him for dear life. I'm nervous. I felt the laughter course through his body as he held me, stroking my back. Don't force yourself. I'm not. But if I was, it's because my body, it does, but my mind. I shut my eyes, feeling like I was rooting this with every moment that passed. Tell me what's on your mind, unless you'd prefer not to. Gripping my face, I shook my head, as if all the filthy details would fall out of my ears. I couldn't possibly. That bad, huh? Well, now I have to know. No! I cried, laughter following soon after. Take off your clothes. What? We came here to bathe. Just, maybe we could turn around first? Okay. He seemed happy just doing as he was told for the time being. We faced away from each other. I checked over my shoulder, wanted to see if I could attempt to sneak a peek, but he didn't. But the coast was clear. I began to slip off my dress, hands fumbling as I did so, feeling the cold grow even though it hadn't affected me much before. I'm going in first. I rushed into the water. Ah, it's freezing! I squealed. I heard Garrett's throaty chuckle. For long, there was a splash from behind me, where small ice-cold droplets landed on my back. You weren't kidding. Shit. I laughed, holding myself. I couldn't tell if my shivers were from the cold or my nerves. I turned to sneak a peek at him, of course. I could only see his upper half, but my mind kept drifting below. I mean, I'm not gonna blame her. Stood staring. I caught his eyes, which were dancing along my skin, my cleavage specifically. His eyes shot up to my eyes in attention and shame. I smirked at him, shaking my head, sinking lower, trying to get my body used to the chill. He breathed deeply, and I saw his nerves watch my own. So, I know, I don't know what's changed. It's just us. There's really no need to worry. We don't have to do anything. We can just stay like this. Honestly, he's saying we didn't have to. to made me want it more. It's have you done this before? Maybe I shouldn't ask, but that's not a question that you ask a lady. I haven't in a lake before. I have in other places. My cots, a tree, a field. He swallowed deeply. I couldn't tell what he was thinking. I did not ask after your ventures. I reached for his hand. He took it, and I led him to me. He hesitated then, asking for permission to hold me. You know, I don't think you need to hear the entirety. So you did it? No, they just hugged naked under the moon. Is that good for the skin too? She asked jokingly. Naked hugging under the moon is something I would recommend, not for the skin, but for the soul. Violet scoffs, but Needy seems to be taking mental notes. We held each other, breathing hard against the other, now covered in sweat. The cold water was now a relief. Garrett left a trail of breathless kisses from my forehead to the skin just above my heart. How do you feel? Was it good for you? He asks breathlessly. I felt like I was seeing stars at one moment. His hand held the back of my head. You're not alone. His head dove into my shoulder as he squeezed me against him. I can't get enough of you, even now. We can again. He breathed out a single laugh. Not that I can turn down such a generous offer, but what I meant was. He sat with a thought for a moment, chewing at his lip. Oh wait, what? Stop! Stop doing that! I laughed, shaking his shoulder a little encouragement. No, I can't. What do you mean? Just tell me. Duck. His voice was softer this time, a little serious, as he looked up at me, squeezing me once again, breathing in deeply. I just meant you're all I ever wanted. You're everything I think about now. To me, you're the perfect person. My throat began to hurt as I let each word wash over me. You're perfect to me too. There's nothing about Garrett I'd change. There's nothing I'd ask of him. There's nothing I feel for him I'd felt for anyone else. And I wasn't alone in thinking that. I love you. My eyes widened. You do? How I feel right now, whenever I'm with you, it couldn't be anything else. I'm in love with you. This time he said it more confidently. And if it's too soon, that's understandable. But there's nothing I can do about it. I just do. I hugged him to me. I'm so happy I couldn't contain my shaking. I wasn't even scared to show it anymore. I never had someone tell me they loved me before. Like this. He understood, of course, my friends and family, but a partner. I was in love a long time ago, but you're the first in what feels like a lifetime. I ran my hands through his wet hair, truly feeling every inch of the person I love. The first person I've ever been in love with. There was a rush of energy that ran through me. I didn't know where to put it. It felt bottled up in my chest, like it would burst if I didn't let some of it out. I, I knew he felt it too, so we simply held each other there for what felt like forever. What? No round three? I'm I'm joking. I thought it was romantic. I can't believe he told you he loved you. I couldn't either. Sometimes I still can't. It feels odd. Not bad, just. What is there to do now? What do you mean? Whatever it is you've been doing? Well, I don't mind, but usually lovers, there are certain steps. I don't know. You're happy. Why change it? Her words seep into me, sorting out my thoughts a little. I smile at her. That's wise, Needy. You're right. I give her a big hug, that same fullness in my chest needing to be expelled, lest it shatter my heart into pieces. I'm back. The girls wave. We were just talking about you. Garrett dips to give me a kiss on the top of my head. Good. About time you both knew. I'm glad and that this one can stay in my tent now. I can carry that too. Just let me help. You do enough already. You're going to be doing everything on your own soon, but I can support you while I'm here. There it is again. Dimension of the future, of a future he won't be a part of. 3 more hours and we'll be in Sparus. Remember, we when we get there, there's going to be an applicant interview. They'll ask you all sorts of questions. I nod, my mind wandering off as our feet continue to carry us. Duck, you listening? We've gone over this many times already. I think I can handle it. It's something I've got to do on my own after all. The blame isn't solely on him. I am I am also to blame as well. I can never bring myself to dispute him. I thought about it. My heart certainly wanted to. But to ask someone to stay, to beg someone who loves you to do so, is the sort of thing that shouldn't have to be asked for. Besides, if it isn't as if I know what I'd be asking for. I'd never been with anyone, shared a home, or longed for marriage. Garrett, could you live with me even though you have to have an entire life you lead? I intend to only stay in one place. I ask him more of him. After everything he's done for me, he loves me, and that is wonderful, but it never means permanent. It isn't absolute. Love knows no distance. I'll love Needy and Violet when they leave. Angels know I love my parents, and my beautiful grandmother. May her soul rest in peace. But as Garrett said, peace ever exists with me, everywhere I go. I'd carry him like I'd carry everyone else, and I pray he'll carry a piece of me with him when he is to go too. All my thoughts drift away as we approach the city limits. Holy, this place is even bigger than, well, everywhere we've been. State your business. My friend here is moving into the city. My friend. Why does that term bother me so much now? Just her? I wave meekly, feeling stupid instantly when I do so. That's right. The rest of us will be gone tomorrow morning. I'll be here all alone by this time tomorrow? My stomach swirls. It has to be my nerves. Don't go causing trouble, Dreadguard. Just on holiday, friend. Don't worry. My throat sours at every word that reaches my ears. I never found Garrett especially bothersome before, but suddenly... Relax, you're just on edge. This is what you wanted. You're almost there. The two girls rush behind him, leaving me lagging behind. But the bag over my shoulder grows heavier with every step. Duck, you keeping up? Don't get nervous now. We've got to get to the leasing office. I can only bring myself to nod, fighting back tears. Where they were coming from, I can't quite pinpoint, but I know now is not the time. I follow as we approach a building, which is only a walk away from the line of apartments. It is now or never. Oh, it's a landlady. Okay. Your name is what? Ducky. And your surname? I'm from... I can't actually say where I'm from. They're from New Hampton. The landlady's face transforms to surprise, then recognition as they nod, taking it in. I give Garrett a silent look of thank you. Even though the air between us, or at least I feel things are off. I see. Long way to be here. Very much so. Oh, Ducky, you're at Belladonna Court. We value a clean environment. We have lush gardens and the cleanest stonework and streets. Yes, it's lovely. Always go out wearing shoes? No, well, it was a long travel. Began to hurt. She scribbles something onto paper and I resist the urge to peek at what it could be. Do you own any pets? I shake my head. Do you plan to? I look at Garrett, who discreetly shakes his head, masking it behind a cough. Hey, pets. I lie. Do you smoke? Any criminal backgrounds? Never. So, are all of you moving in? The girls zip their lips and shake their heads, heeding my warning. And what of this gentleman? Is he your. Rather, are you married? No, nothing of the sort. I answer before he gets a chance. He's my escort. Oh, whoops. Garrett's face is deep in thought, but I don't pay it any mind. Childishly, it's like I'm getting back a little for referring to me as a friend to the guard. And when do you intend to move? I don't look at Garrett this time. As soon as possible. I have the coin. I set it on her desk, and she looks between it and me. I also like to pay in advance, if I can. The landlady takes a moment sifting through the purse and pulling out a coin. Oh, well, I might just have one for you. A sigh of relief fills the room. And that was it. For long, we were led to my apartment. Ooh, wait, this is actually really good, fancy looking apartment. Even though I can only see four characters in front of me. The landlady opens the door, placing the key up in my palm. As soon as I step inside, I'm stunned by its emptiness, but also it's the cleanest human room I've ever been in. Stone walls, seemingly untouched wood floors, windows all around, bathing, bathing the room in a gold light. A home of my own achievement. Come home, Ducky. Oh, forget. Try to have too many guests over. We don't tolerate loud noise, especially not past sunset. Then she takes her leave. You're not going to have any house parties without us, are you? I can't even imagine it. No, don't worry. I'm sure it'll just be me and a book. I might need a lot more hobbies. It's huge, even as a human. Do you like it? It's a dream. Though this dream feels a little less idyllic now. All this space, just me. We all tour the space for a moment, meeting back up in the living room. It goes silent, uncomfortably so. There's something we're all not saying, but it's only a matter of time. I can't bring myself to say it. Ducky, a moment. I knew, I knew it was coming, but it still hurts me like an arrow to the heart. I'll be back. We'll be here. Something about the way she says it has me by the throat. Though I'll find some small form of comfort in it. We found a place in the backyard, and the one I haven't even taken a moment to look at yet. Something tells me this is going to be quite the memory to make here. Well, we're here. Thank you for everything. Are you all right? I know this is a lot, but if you want to discuss it, I'm here. For now, but you intend to leave. Well, I did promise to take the girls back. But you're not coming back afterwards, are you? Well, I suppose not. It's not my place to say. Isn't it? Yes? You never stated otherwise. Hmm. Did I truly have to? Yes? Why? Because it's your life. You have enough people telling you how to live it. So I am to just ask you to keep me in your thoughts? Am I supposed to just forget all this? Just like that? Of course not. Then what are we supposed to do? I know you want to go back to your life, and I know that I've accomplished what I set out to do. I I know I shouldn't ask more of you. I building a life together. Is that something you believe we can do? I don't know. It's something we've spoken of before. You can't have something temporary, and I don't know if I can make a promise that to you that I can't keep. But you can tell me you love me. It's because it's true. I love you. That's always going to be true. But I but can an entire relationship be built solely on that? I've never been in love before, Garrett. You tell me. I can't. You're young, you're beautiful beyond compare, and possess a mind that surpasses even that. If I were to stay, I'd be holding you back. You'd grow to resent me, and I'd hate myself for it. What do you mean? You're starting a whole new life. There's so much you can do. But me, I'm a washed up old dreadguard. I carry a stench of foreboding with me everywhere I go. I know you deserve better than me. What happened to it being my decision? I'm only telling you what I think. I wasn't going to get my hopes up. I'm not some fool who'd delude myself to thinking you'd choose me. You fool! Of course I'd choose you. I love you. You heard me say it time and time again. It's in everything I do. But you've never been in love. I'd hate for you to make a mistake. So you'll leave. I could come back. I don't want to compromise. It's either you decide you want to stay or you leave. I won't beg you. I'd never asked you to. Then we both know the answer already. I guess we do. Pause. I'll always care for you, Duck. I'll never forget the time we've spent as long as I live. Know that. Neither will I. Autumn. Oh, we're in Garrett's POV now. I'll come to retrieve you two first thing in the morning. Needy looks around for a moment as if something was missing. So you're leaving too? In the morning. I agree to take you back. I meant Ducky. I dare not catch another glimpse of her as she sits writing something in her journal in the corner of a space. Violet's, Violet reaches for her sister's shoulder, urging her to stop. Needy, it's not our business. It was a decision we both made. That stuns the two, as they wait for me to elaborate. I'm exhausted. Like I said, I'll come back in the morning, try to get some rest. And, well, I'll tell them tomorrow. They concede against all reason. Every step I take feels heavier than the last. I even nearly knocked into a woman on the sidewalk. Are you new here? I've never seen you before. I catch a glimpse of her, a fine woman, one I can imagine many men would trip over themselves for. What's your name? But but to me, she might as well be one of the street lamps. I'm leaving tomorrow. I wish I could leave now, but my muscles ache, inside and out. My eyes can hardly stay open. She says something else, but I don't hear any of it. Bed. I need to go to a bed. I into an inn mindlessly, going through the usual motions. Collapsing onto my bed, curling up into a ball. It is the quietest it's been in months. All the exhaustion in my body stays strictly in my body. As I close my eyes, they can't quite find sleep. My mind can't stop drifting to the same person. It's always wandered to. Part of me hoped she would ask, because there's no world in which I would turn it down. But I can't intrude. I know better than that. They deserve more than that. I want her to smile always. If I can't be the one to do it, then I can't see it. For as long as it felt right, that's what she said. It was hard to imagine what we had not feeling right. It was the only thing in my life that felt effortless. I tried not to get used to sleeping by her side, but right now her absence could be felt the most. How much longer would it be before it would feel like it did? What was life like before Ducky? I can hardly remember now. How many times has that heart of yours been broken? Their words, I can hear them now, clear as day. I truly hope I never forget how she sounds, but I know I will. I can't remember the voice of my friends now. Like, life took us elsewhere, and I got used to that. I knew better than to let myself get caught up, but I didn't regret it either. I'd have regretted it even more if I had never. This was perfect. No such thing exists. But damn, if it wasn't for if it wasn't close. We could settle down, get married, have kids. Was that ever something we said we wanted? No, our lives are our own. We aren't going to get stuck in some mundane existence. There are truly too many times in my life where I just fell short. Gra- Grand aspirations, things to be accomplished, that was never me. Could I have let the Dreadguard had a home, settled down? Had I just had I just the willpower to do so? Did I long for something before now? I could I could never reach any goal. I suppose that I just didn't have it in my heart to fight when I knew I'd just lose. Did I take myself out of the race? take myself out of the race before it even started? How pathetic. Perhaps I'm ungrateful thinking so, but even if I'm not the man for her, how I wish I was. She is the woman she is the woman for me. I'm not the I'm not the only one I'm not the only one with the only one with whom I saw a future. The irony wasn't lost on me. So this is heartbreak, huh? I was ruthless, subjecting to so many sweet creatures to this. If if anyone could break it, I'm glad it was them. It was worse that it was civil, mutual. No screaming, no tears. She'd done nothing wrong other than go after what she wanted, leaving what we had to fall flat unceremoniously, like it just died. And like death, emptiness soon follows. Now that I I know all too well. Mourning someone alive, that's what heartbreak is. Even in the end, even when our hearts are breaking, we never gave up on our lives. I could continue to run until my legs gave out. Yet, all, I've lost all strength to even move. Angels, what a woman. I knew better than to get attached. My heart clenches at just thinking of her face. I see every time I close my eyes. If only I could see her, kiss her one last time. No, those dangerous thoughts. I just have to get used to how it used to be. What was life before Ducky? It's been almost a year since. I can hardly remember. My mind drifts to our journey from our first meeting, the bee's apple, even Chadwick. He'd be laughing in my face if he could see us now. Wait, he's from Lanonia. Does that mean he'll come here and meet Ducky? What cruel fate is this? He'd best hope I never make my way back here. I dare the best bastard because I'll knock his teeth out. No, he wouldn't even travel here. He could simply use that fancy mirror he has and wait. Oh, Ducky's POV now. Are you okay? It doesn't feel good now, but I can't complain. This is what I wanted. Are you sure? Maybe. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sure. This is my apartment and I'm lying in it. Ducky, we'll write all the time. Please, I need something to fill up all these walls. Well, there'll be fairy letters. At least I'll have a lot of space for them. I miss them already. I miss them so much. Garrett, will I miss you forever? I know the answer already. I'm tired. I'll get up early so we can spend a little time before you both leave. Okay, we will too. The day draws to a close as I sleep on my bedroll on the floor of my new place. There is no telling on how long it's gonna be till I have furniture. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, Ducky. It looks like you have furniture in here already, anyways. I'll hold on to the pendant. The one I am so thankful I hadn't sold. Grandmother, you'll be with me, won't you? I hold in a stream of tears falling from my face. I hold my sobs, my body shaking. Then I feel it, the two beside me. Initially I was stunned, but more so relieved. I'm sorry. My voice comes out wobbly. Shh. But Violet shushes me, wipe, wiping away my tears, but it is an act of futility. As soon as I felt her tender touch, they came out faster. It's okay to be sad. I am too. Dee holds me from behind, and we lay there, hurting, but after a while the pain isn't as sharp. Instead, it is a dull, thrumming ache. Promise me you won't cry without us here. I'll try. You can't. I won't. Before I knew it, I was awake again, the sun pooling into the room onto all of us. Alright, I think this is a good time to leave this video here for now. So Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like, comment what you think, share this video with your friends, and be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss a single notification. I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye.